I've met plenty of people who know what to say. They have the knowledge, they have the understanding, but the execution of how to say it is where it gets difficult. I've seen it all over the place. A parent who tries to say what needs to be said to their child, a friend who is trying to say the right thing to their friend, a boss who's trying to say the right thing to an employee. On and on it goes. People knowing the right thing to say, but not knowing how to go about saying it in the best way so that it can be effective. Wisdom understands that we need to know not just what to say, but how it needs to be said. In Proverbs 16:21 and 23, it says, "The wise in heart is discerning and will use sweetness of speech to be persuasive. The heart of the wise will teach the mouth how to add persuasiveness to their lips." So, what is this sweet speech? What is this persuasive kind of speech that can have the greatest impact and the greatest influence? Well, it's not kind of a sugar coated thing where you pretend to be all nice and everything. That's not what it's talking about. It's not like, hey, you look really great in that shirt, and will you teach my Sunday school class this week? That's not what it's saying. What it is saying is that these are well spoken, grace filled, loving, kind, thoughtful words. Take Proverbs 15:28. It says, "The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer." In other words, the person who's going to be wise in their speech is going to take a lot of time to think through what they have to say and how they are going to say it to produce the maximum effect. And if you go, well, what's the big deal anyway? I want you to think about Jesus and how influential his words were. Think about the way he had conversations, like the woman at the well. I mean, that kind of conversation was all over the place, but Jesus went with it to create the maximum impact at the end. They were talking about water, then they're talking about where to worship, they're talking about prophets, they're talking about the coming Messiah, and boom, Jesus lets her know who he is. Think about the stories Jesus tells. He tells the story of the prodigal son and the Good Samaritan, and he concocts these beautiful stories, then puts the punch at the very end to have the maximum effect on the listener. Think about some of the images he uses, like the log in the guy's eye as he's trying to dig a speck out of his friend's eye, and just that picture that creates, the power of that picture. The wise understand that good communication, whether it be formal, informal, whether it just be a conversation with friends, or whether it be something that you're doing in a teaching capacity, the wise understand that how to say it matters. And so let's be people who think through what we're going to say, but also how we're going to say it.